I think we are live. Welcome, everyone. My name is Johannes. Welcome here live from our center here in Chiswick in West London. And temperatures are dropping in the northern hemisphere. So make sure you stay warm. I really felt it today outside. But today's topic is not that. Today's topic is Tao calligraphy and what is the power and significance of Tao calligraphy. And so I'll share a little story with you. And that is the story when I first saw Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha writing and also teaching how to write Tao calligraphy. And I think it was now probably 7, 8 years ago when Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha would actually start to show how to write Tao calligraphy. And I remember I was very, very excited and I didn't fully understand exactly why, but I learned and I started to learn to write first with my pen on the paper. I would follow along the individual brushes Master Sha was showing. Okay, you can see the calligraphies here. And he would show how to write these characters. And I remember I absolutely loved it. And I felt a deep sense of peace as I was doing so. And later on, shortly after or later on, I would also, for the first time, see more of those Tao calligraphies, like in front of me, original Tao calligraphies. And I remember looking at them, and they look like a painting. And I was in a workshop, and we would practice with those Tao calligraphies, and we would trace them, and I would feel the light coming to me from those calligraphies. I would feel like how something changed inside of me. Then after the workshop, I would look at the calligraphies, and it just seemed like it's a painting, nothing more than that. But I had an experience in this event with Tao calligraphy, and I felt how it transformed and changed something inside of me, how it brought more light, and I felt better afterwards. So this was my first experience with a Tao calligraphy writing, and but also just practicing with Tao calligraphy. And I still remember it so well because I really looked at it and I stared at the calligraphy for a long time. And then I thought, this is just some writing on paper. How is this even possible? And so then I would practice more afterwards. I was in a different event, one or two as well. And then suddenly I realized it deeper that it's not just a writing on paper, it's more than a writing on paper. And so today I also want to talk to you a little bit more about what it means when you learn to write Tao calligraphy yourself, and why is that important? Why would you even want to do that in the first place? Okay, so point number one, first of all, it's a very meditative practice. I can tell you that right away. It makes you feel actually really good as you write. Now, secondly, even more important than that, as you write Tao calligraphy, you bring, you call it like you would bring whatever's inside of you in front of you so you can look at it. So what does that mean? Sometimes we have some unconscious patterns or certain behaviors, and we kind of know they're not so good. But sometimes we have behaviors we don't even know about them, we don't even realize. Like you might be talking in a way to other people that irritates them, or you might be doing something or feeling in a certain way that maybe might not be the best for you, or can cause certain issues with other people, issues in your life. And then you wonder, why do I have this issue? Why do I constantly fight with other people? Or why do I struggle with my finances? Or why do I have this or that? And then if you think about it, because sometimes we are so used to certain behaviors, we're used to carrying a certain negative information inside of us, that we might not even realize it. Or you do realize it, but then it feels so difficult to change it. And so the step number one with writing Tao calligraphy is what's inside of you will ultimately show up in your Tao calligraphy writing. There's no way you can avoid that. And that's a good thing. What you write is actually going to show up. What's inside of you is going to show up in what you write. And you can use this. It's a form, it's like a mirror. It's a tool for you to identify what you can transform. It's showing you something. And that's a really, really key significance of Tao calligraphy. And it's also a very gentle way of looking into the mirror, of like finding out what it is, what you can transform further. Now, this is only the first step. The second step is then to go and to learn what is the correct way. How do I actually write it? And then you rewrite it and you change, you override the negative pattern with a positive information as you practice writing, correcting, writing again. This is how you literally rewrite your life. Now, because Tao calligraphy is not just a painting on paper, not only will you make your writing look better or more aligned, your internal world also will become better and will become more aligned. And those are the two key points I wanted to share today on why Tao calligraphy, and particularly writing Tao calligraphy, how it can really impact your life and can help you to transform. Now you might be thinking, oh, transform what? I don't need to transform anything. Or, it can help you with your transforming your behavioral patterns, right? The way you act or speak or even think, right? And it can help you in this case then also transform your relationships, your finances, or even health, because the way energy or information is inside of your body, it can also influence your health, of course. And when we change that, it can support a healthy energy flow inside of our body. So tonight, in our complimentary Wednesday evening, every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m., we have Mayur Shah, who will be with us today, who is our leading master teacher here, and he will introduce you a little bit more and go a little bit deeper into the wisdom of Tao calligraphy, because we also have coming up soon a live in-person workshop on November 25th to 26th, where you get to learn more and actually do the writing hands-on with Mayur, but also with Dennis and Hetty, who are going to be coming to us from the Netherlands. They're both Tao calligraphy master teachers as well. And they will be with us, the three of them, in this in-person workshop. It will be limited to 50 seats, so it will be a smaller setting, so we can really be close to them and they can support us in the process of first writing calligraphy, then realizing what we need to correct, and then correcting it. So you're welcome to join us tonight. And also, if you do know a little bit about Tao calligraphy writing already, or if you want to learn it, then you're welcome to join us in this event at the end of this month as well. So thank you very much for joining us today. I'd love to see your hearts into the chat so I can respond to them later on as well, even if you're watching the replay as well. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and bye-bye.